Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy V. And a lot has changed off screen. As you can see, my party are a much higher level, and if you look down in the bottom right corner, I have a fuck ton of Gil. I have 2.5 million Gil. And, well, I'm going to go through everything. I'm going to show you how I got the Gil. I'm going to show you what I did with my party, or the jobs, or the job levels, or the abilities and that. And then I'm going to go into this optional cave and show you a super boss that we can fight. But first, let me show the jobs. As you can see, I'm level 36, so I've leveled up quite a bit. I wasn't like grinding for levels, it actually happened while I was farming for items. But as you can see, I now have 99 of every valuable item. I don't, obviously not tents, but I got 99 cottages, so I need tents. Elixirs you can't buy. The drink items I could get 99 of, but I don't ever use them, so what's the point? And I actually farmed 99 dragon fangs and turtle shells. I got a few more dark matters from the dragons in Drakenvale. That's where I got the dragon fangs. But they're such rare and difficult steals, so actually, through getting 99 dragon fangs, I only got about 3 dark matter, which is really bad. I was going to buy more scrolls, but I just didn't. I could go and buy them now. But I did buy 30 shurikens, because I am going to be using the throw command quite a bit. But actually, after the next couple of areas, I actually don't really tend to use it again, and it kind of falls off and becomes obsolete. So yeah, that's the items. Now for the jobs. Worked on Night a little bit with bots, but it's not been super high on the priority list, but I am going to be switching back to it very, very soon. I don't want to master it eventually. Samurai is on level 4. It needs 540 ability points to get to level 5, which is just ridiculous. So I will be going back to that soon as well. I actually mastered Ranger. So yeah, Ranger gives you a fucking amazing ability. It gives you the rapid fire ability, which is going to be Bart's go-to skill. Perform 4 weaker attacks at once. This ability is amazing. It is one of the best offensive abilities in the game. You just get 4 attacks in one. It's free. It doesn't cost MP or anything. It is random, so it will target a random target. But obviously, if you're only fighting one guy, it will just target him. So rapid fire, super, super good. I've been working on Mystic Knight a little bit, and I am going to be sticking to Mystic Knight and leveling that up for the next area and for the future, because I obviously haven't used it barely at all, so now I'm going to be using it a lot more. So Mystic Knight is also going to be one of Bart's key abilities, along with Rapid Fire. Rapid Fire and Spell Blade are going to be his kind of go-to thing, and yeah, not much else with Bart's for the time being. Now for Lena, I've actually been working on Thief. And I actually want to master Thief with all the characters. Maybe not Bart's could probably get away with it, but definitely Lena and Kryl, because the Thief gives an innate speed boost, passed over to the Freelancer and that other job that I won't spoil. Yeah, it gives a huge speed boost, so she can be getting off turns, she can have a big agility boost passive, and that's going to be really nice for my healer and buffing character. You want her to be fast, so yeah, I'm working on Thief a little bit, probably going to switch back to it pretty soon. Time Mage is relatively unchanged, I think. Same with White Mage. Wasn't working on that too much. I actually mastered Chemist because the Chemist sucks, like, as a job. Being locked to the drink command really stinks. And it costs like a stupid amount of ability points to master as well. They get the Revive spell at level 5, which is just a free Phoenix down, but it's taking up an ability slot, and that's just useless. It's really, really bad. And Recover is just, again, same thing, but it's an Asuna spell. Again, why would you waste an ability slot on this? You could just equip White Magic. I never understood that. But yeah, now she's mastered it, she gets passive Pharmacology, which is very nice. Now with Faris, Thief has been worked on a bit, as well as Monk, only a tiny bit. We need to go back around to that. I want Monk for the innate HP boost it gives, and Strength. Yeah, working on Thief a little bit. I'm working on Ninja at the moment. 450 ability points to get to level 5 when you get dual wield, which is obviously very, very nice. Yeah, I actually got her to level 3 Blue Mage, now she actually has Blue Magic to be able to equip, and I'm going to master that eventually, just to get Learning innate, that might be nice on her. And I actually mastered Geomancer as well, so now she gets an innate find passages and avoid hits and avoid damage floors. And that's very, very good. So yeah, master Geomancer. Geomancer is very quick to master. It's only like 100 ability points in its final level, so that was very easy. And I actually went through and mastered the whole Dancer. I hadn't actually touched it before it went off screen. Dancer's pretty easy to master. I'm going to be using the Dancer with Faris as her go-to ability, because Sword Dance is capable of dealing max damage on each hit without fail. And although it's random, there is equipment that we can get later on that we can equip to boost the chances of Sword Dance, so that's very nice. Yeah, she got Mug, I don't know if she had that before. Fleur is a Dancer ability that is a Confuse, that's pretty useless. Got Dance, Equip Ribbons is the Dancer's master ability, so you can equip ribbons in other classes. She got Blue. And I think that's all. And yeah, Fine Pits, Geomancer. Light Step, Geomancer. Another Kryl. What have we got? Black Mage, yeah, I've been using Black Mage a lot to fight the zombie dragons. And the turtle enemies, which I got the turtle shells from. Which I'll show off actually the way I got all the turtle shells. Blue Mage, not really use a whole bunch, will master it eventually. I actually got her to level 2 Chemist, so she actually has Mix. I'm going to be getting Mix with all the characters, and I might master Chemist with all the characters, I'm not sure yet, but I'm definitely going to get Mix with all the characters. So yeah, she actually has the Mix command now available, which is very, very nice. And I actually mastered Bard to get the Sing command, so I can equip Sing on other classes. The Bard is very quick to master. So now she has the Sing command. Yeah, equipable. So I'm actually using it right now. Equip Harps, I think I had before. She got like all 6 levels of Black Magic available, and she has Mix. So yeah, that's all the jobs. Now I'm going to show you the way I got all this Gil and the superboss that we can fight. Now I have a very specific setup if you're taking on the superboss. I have Bots as a Mystic Knight, and I have Spellblade and Aim. Now obviously I would equip Rapid Fire or two-handed, but I have Aim for a very specific reason. I have Lena with Time and Mix. Mix is very important. I have Faris with Throw and Flee, though I am going to be removing Flee and changing that a little bit later. And I have Kryl with Summon and Sing. Sing is very important. As far as equipment, yeah, it doesn't matter with bots. You basically just want equipment that's going to let you avoid as much as possible, but I don't really have anything left for bots, so he's just with the highest stuff for defense. Lena, I have with an Elven Mantle. Faris, I have with 2 main Gauches, because they give an Evade, and an Elven Mantle. And Kryl, Frost Rod, Golden Hairpin, and an Elven Mantle. Now I'm actually going to put Faris in the back row. She's not going to be doing anything. Now what I want to do is cast Float on my entire party. Okay, now let's enter. Okay, this is the Gil Cave. This is the cave that I told you to not go to earlier in the game. There's reasons you'll see up here. If you go up and to this right path here, it just takes you out near the big bridge. And you can actually encounter one enemy in here, and that is the Undergrounder. I don't know what these guys are weak to. I usually just run away from them, which is why I had Flee equipped, so I can actually just get rid of that, because I'm just going to fight them to show them off. I don't know what they're weak to, particularly, but they're not too difficult, as you can see. They probably absorb Earth, so I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to use Shiva since I have a Frost Rod equipped. Yeah, these are the only enemies you can encounter in this place. You usually only encounter them one. You only usually get into one encounter, and I've noticed it's always on these stairs. I always kind of get into the encounter in the same place, funnily enough. So they're dead now. They have 3 ability points, so that's not too bad. But, okay, well I'll wait till I get to the place we want to be. So just come down here, along this path, and you'll reach a door. Okay, now before we step any further, I'm going to equip Faris with the Image command. So she can get the Blink status on herself. And all the regular crap. Okay. Now, what I want to do is actually quick save. If you remember when we went all the way very back earlier in the game, when we were in the Castle of Waltz, we went into the Waltz basement to get some treasure. and because there was an enemy in there called Jackanapes who could like destroy us at that point in the game, we used the quick save function to avoid encounters, because every time you quick save, it kind of resets the step counter, so you don't encounter any enemies for a little while. Basically, we're doing the same thing here. Now, it is worth noting that in the PAL version of the game, so in like the European version of the game or whatever, they actually fixed that, so you can't just abuse quick save to avoid enemies. You have to do like multiple quick saves in order to keep resetting the RNG, and even then it's not totally foolproof. However, I'm playing the US version of the game, and you can just quick save once and it resets all encounters. So there's a super boss in here that will attack us when we step on these squares, and each of these squares in here will give us some gil. As you can see, I just got 10 gil, and it slowly doubles the more you go up. So every time we move up, we're at risk of being attacked by this super boss, but we can actually get through here and get all the gil without ever being attacked by using the quick save kind of cheat. So we go up to here, we get to 80, and once you get to the 80 gil square is when I usually like to start quick saving, and we can use the fast forward feature to quickly skip through that crap. Obviously, if you're not playing on emulator, you don't have that, but it's not too big of a deal. So yeah, the gil will slowly double until you get to about 40,000 gil, and then the cave ends. So yeah, it's once you come through the door, you start getting gil, and the further up you go, the more chance you get of being attacked by the Gil Turtle. That's why I was able to safely get through the first 4 squares. The Gil Turtle is the super boss that we can find here. Now I'm going to show him off. I have beaten him a couple times off screen, but usually I've just avoided him as a way to grind out gil. So that's how we got all this gil. As you can see, I've spent a lot of time in this cave. This is not, like, you do not need this much gil. I'll be set for the rest of the game here. You do not need nearly this much gil. Yeah, I kind of went overboard because I was just kind of doing it in the background. Like, I had stuff, like, I was, like, watching YouTube or listening to music or whatever, and I'd just be doing it in the background. And I kind of got carried away. Like, again, I don't need to be this high level. Level 36, it's a good level to be at, and I'll probably find Exdeath Castle still actually quite challenging, but level 36 is probably a little bit overkill. So you do not need this much gil, you do not need to be a level 36. But I recommend you do come here, because after this, after the Exdeath Castle sequence, we actually will not be able to come back to the Gil Cave. You actually never come back here, so yeah. You want to make use of this while you're here. Okay, now we've hit the 20,000 Gil square. So usually I would do another quick save here before I step onto the 40,000 Gil square, so I can avoid the Gil Turtle. Now, if all goes to plan, and he may actually not attack me because I've had it happen before, as soon as I step to the right onto the 40,000 Gil square, I'll get attacked by the Gil Turtle. I can show him off. If not, I'll just edit it out and show you. But yeah, that's how you avoid the Gil Turtle, just by quick saving, and then you can just use the teleport spell to teleport out, and just keep on repeating that. So yeah, now I'm going to show off the Gil Turtle. So yeah, he's a super boss. He's very difficult, but if you know what you're doing, he's piss easy. So 40,000 Gil, will I get attacked? No. Okay. So that's pretty funny, actually. So I'm actually going to edit this out. I'm just going to run through the cave again, and I'll be right back, and I will fight the Gil Turtle. Alright, here we go. This is the Gil Turtle. As you can see, he does a lot of physical damage. He's very, very scary. Now, this guy is incredibly hard to hit, which is why I have the aim command on parts, and I'm going to use the Blizzaga Spellblade because he's weak to ice. This guy is also undead, so I'm going to use the Staga to get haste on the party. The most important thing that I do here is use Summon and use Golem. Because as you can see, he hits incredibly hard. Like, I'm level 36, which is way above when you could come here, and he does that much damage. So I'm going to use Golem. I also have Faris using Image. I have nothing else for her to do. She's kind of useless here. But I have her using Image. So she basically has higher evasion. I have all the main gouches and Elven Mantles that I could ever need on equipped. And you can use the Blink spell if you have White Magic, but I wanted Time Magic for using her Staga. Now I'm going to use the aim command to hit him. Because otherwise bots would usually miss, because this guy has stupidly high evasion. Now what I'm going to do is use a potion and a Dragon Fang on Kryl. There's the main gouge. This is Dragon Power. This boosts Kryl's level by 30, I believe, which boosts her damage output, which will now hugely boost the damage that she does with Requiem. I could use Dragon Power on bots here too, but I don't really want to be throwing away a bunch of Dragon Fangs. So he's just going to be adding some chip damage with aim. You can do it without using aim in the Spellblade, obviously. Kryl is more than capable of taking it out on her own. I usually like to use 2 Dragon Powers. That way she does a little shy of 5,000 damage, sorry. I'm going to have Farah use a high potion on her here, just in case she does get hit again. After this Direct Room, I'll probably recast Golden, because it's probably going to wear off pretty soon. But yeah, this is how you get through this guy, because this guy's physical attacks are stupid. As you can see, you would have hit Kryl again and killed her. Golem is helping us out nicely. Bots is chipping in for a little bit of damage. And yeah, she just got hit again, as you can see, so it is not foolproof at all. I need to actually get rid of the status ailments. It was poison. Antidote, that's what I wanted. And I'm gonna recast Golem because it's obviously now worn off. Right. He has about, I think, 32,000 HP. So he shouldn't actually take that long to take down. Just keep using Image. Heal her. Yeah, if you're not bothered about using haste, you can definitely use white magic and use the blink spell, just to get the same effect that Image has on Varus right now to boost her evasion. And he's still not dead. Varus is just in the back row just in case she does get hit. She'll take less damage. As you can see, like, bots would be taking a lot of damage if it wasn't for Golem. So you sure need to recast it. Dude, this is why the Golem summon is amazing. An antidote. Yeah, you could try and use Rapid Fire, I guess. I've not actually tried it myself, but I just like to use aim just because he has stupid evasion. And yeah, he's super weak to ice, but as you can see, like, he has really high physical defense as well. So Bartz is not doing as much damage as you'd think he would. Oh, he's still not dead. Christ. Should be actually dead with this next thing here, I think. I feel like this is going on quite a while. And there we go. His final attack is Earthquake, which does massive damage to your entire party, so which is why I cast Float before we went into the cave. So you definitely need Float. But yeah, we get 5,000 Gil, 3 ability points, and that is the Gil Turtle. So yeah, that's how you beat him. He's really hard if you don't use a certain strategy, which is why he's a super boss, even at this point in the game. Because if we can't fight him later, so you have to fight him while you're really low level, you can't get much good stuff, you really have to have a good strategy to beat him, and that is how you do it. So yeah, I'm just going to get the rest of this Gil, and then I'll leave the cave, and then I will show you how I got the turtle shells, and then we'll go to Exdeath's castle. Alright, here is the enemy that I used to farm turtle shells, and usually they actually come in packs of 3. It's actually quite rare for them to come on their own. Yeah, these are the land turtles. They're weak to ice, so literally they die really easily with one hit of Blizzaga. See, that does 7,000 damage. They only have less than 2,000 HP, so spread across 3 of them, that still does enough damage. And they always drop the turtle shells, which is very nice. So yeah, this area right here is where I farm them, right below the Forest of Moor. This is where they usually spawn. You want to do it on the land area here. They're one of only 2 enemies that can appear, I believe. So yeah, very, very good place to farm turtle shells. So now, all that's left to do is I will meet you at Exdeath's castle. Okay, I actually forked out and did go back to Quelled real quick and buy a few more scrolls, as I decided I am going to use the throw command a little bit more. I didn't buy 99 of them because I'll never use them, but yeah, I bought a few more scrolls. These are the setups I have. I bought some Rapid Fire, Time Mix, Throw Vigilance, Summon and Black. I'm probably going to be using the Control command with bots a little bit though, so I may want to swap to that. But here we go. This is Castle Exdeath. Exdeath's on the top floor. Exdeath just waltzed through. We're completely powerless against him. Oh shit. So strong. That's not good. Let me just quickly use this. Thank you. Well, fuck, okay. So all the soldiers are destroyed. Now we can go through this way. Second floor. Oh, hey, look, treasure. Alright, new enemies, a blind wolf. I think these guys are new anyway. Let's show off rapid fire. Bart's weapon is pretty crap at the moment, but yeah, as you can see, you can imagine what that does with a really powerful weapon. That ain't gonna be pretty for the enemies. Oh yeah, because I don't have like two-handed and all that stuff. Bart's is doing pretty terrible damage with it at the moment, but rapid fire is going to be absolutely insane later on. Right, more of the same. Right, we get an ether and a diamond shield. Is it better than that Aegis shield? Probably not. Yeah, one better defense, resistant to lightning. That actually could be useful, but yeah, I'd rather have the Aegis shield. But it could be useful. Alright, new enemies, Twin Lizards and Hellraiser. Water. Yeah, I need to give bots a better weapon. Oh, these guys use a rise, huh? Interesting. Goodbye. Wow, okay. Nope. Third floor. God damn it. Okay, new enemies, never mind. Reflect. Mages. I don't know if you can steal anything from these guys. I should probably have Faris with steal, but I really like having vigilance. It's really useful. Because I really hate back attacks. So vigilance is nice. There we go. Okay, those guys drop ethers. Not that I need them, because I'm 99 of them. Or twin lizards. I'm not gonna run away from all the enemies that are the same inner space. I just wanna hurry up and get to a certain point, and then I can end this episode, because I've done a lot in this episode. Can I just run away already? Thank you. I could just teleport, but... Huh. Dead end. Did we go the wrong way? That's weird. Could have sworn we went the right way. It's a preemptive strike, let me run, damn it! Alright. Let's go back. Dead end now. Trial, where are you going? There's nothing in here. No, there is. All of this is an illusion created by Exdeath. What? Are you certain? An illusion. Grandpa, give me strength. Oh, hey. I see. Galuf has fallen as well. Dorgan, Zezat, and Galuf have all shuffled of this mortal coil. Yeah, Kelga's the only one left. I fear I haven't much longer either. Lord Kelga! It's nearing the time for the longest of rests. Oh, that's sad. Hey, Galuf. Who goes there? Galuf? Galuf, is it you? Trial is... Galuf's spirit is doing a hell of a lot of work for us. He's doing more plot work than when he was alive. Okay, that's not true. Understood. Everyone, lend me your strength. Lord Kelgar, let us rend the illusion Exdeath has created. This is my last wish and last command. Send all your power to Exdeath's castle. Are all the wolves like super mages or something? Oh, and... thank you, Kelgar. What a guy. Or a wolf, I should say. He's still a guy. I see Grandpa and a wolf man. It must be Kelgar. Everyone's power. Holy crap. Whoa. Well, this is a little different. You know, I did wonder why Exdeath's castle looks so normal. So yes, that is all for this episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy V, and in the next episode we'll explore Castle Exdeath. Thank you very much for watching, and be sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.